It's senior night in Jennison Fieldhouse, and the Michigan State Spartans are getting ready to take on the Northern Illinois Huskies in their final meet of the regular season. Hello everyone, I'm Maren Klein, alongside me Abby Larson, and these two teams are gearing up for quite a meet. Looking at the Northern Illinois Huskies, they are coming off a loss against Western Michigan, but the team did set the 4th best vault score in program history, as well as putting up their best score in an event since 2020.
Yeah, a huge part of that was Isabella Sissi, the sophomore. She has competed all around in every single meet this season, which is super uncommon. You do not see that very often. Gymnastics is a very brutal sport on your body, so she's stayed healthy and she's able to contribute to this team.
And looking to Michigan State, what can't you say about the Spartans this season, ranked number 10 nationally, with a huge weekend in their tri-meet just a few days ago against Long Island University and Bowling Green. The Spartans not only put up a program record of a score of a 198.225, but also broke records in vault, beam, and uneven bars, and a huge contributor to that was Nikki Smith.
Yeah, and speaking of broken records, she broke a couple records herself, especially in the all-around. She is just an outstanding gymnast. There really isn't enough you can say good about Nikki Smith. She did have that 10.0 on vault, which she has been waiting for all season, and she has the capability of get that 10.0 on every single event here tonight. You'll see her in the all-around tonight, so it'll be really fun to watch her, and definitely keep your eyes peeled.
A well-deserved score for Nikki Smith. And as these two teams gear up for this meet, we're now going to send it over to the third member of our team, Owen Ozest. Owen, take it away.
Thanks, Maren. The program records for bars, vault, and beam, as well as team overall score, were all broken by the Michigan State Spartans in their last tri-meet. The Spartans scored 198.225, which makes them just the 8th team in the NCAA this season to break the 198-point mark. A big reason for their success on vault was because of the perfect 10 from Nikki Smith. As just a freshman, she became the 3rd gymnast in Michigan State history to get a 10 on vault. Then, when you didn't think you could get any better, Jory Jackard followed up with a 10 of her own on bars, which makes her the first gymnast in Michigan State history to accomplish that feat. Head coach Mike Rowe continues to harp on getting 0.1 better every single meet. Well, it's going to be a little bit tougher to do it this time out after topping their program record by 0.55, which is the best score for an NCAA women's gymnastics team in Week 8. The real question is, how much better can Michigan State keep on getting? We're going to find out. Now up to Abby and Maren with the call.
Thank you, Owen. Taking a look here at NIU head coach Sam Morley. What a year it has been for him in his 12th year at head coach at Northern Illinois.
Yeah, for sure. He's done a great job leading this squad. Speaking of broken records, they have broken a couple records themselves with this team this year. He's just put these girls in the right headspace, and they've really been able to perform really well this season.
Taking a look now at MSU head coach Mike Rowe. What a season it has been, his 6th season at the helm of the Michigan State Spartans, 63-60-1 record. He has had such an amazing season and seen so many program records broken under Mike Rowe.
Yeah, for sure. He is just such an amazing leader as a coach, and all of his gymnasts trust him so much, and that is so important in gymnastics.
Nia Smith, the senior, getting ready to start her vault last time out. She had a 9.875 in the Spartans' last meet, setting up here.
Yeah, Nia does a Yurchenko full. The Yurchenko full starts from a 9.95. That start value there. Lots of very talented vaults in this lineup, starting out with Nia here. And she gets the stick once again. She stuck that vault last week as well. Chest was up on that landing. Beautiful block off the table, and a great way to start for the Spartans on vault.
What a great way to start, too, on your senior night. Start out with a bang, sticking the vault.
Take a look at that vault one more time. That Yurchenko full. She is so consistent landing that vault. And she once again finds that Spartan stick.
Kira Ryan, after finishing her bar routine there, Up comes Hannah Drylick for Northern Illinois.
I watched them in warm-ups. It looked like they had a little bit of struggles on some of their major release moves, but it's competition time. It's completely different now. They were able to get that touch warm-up in, hopefully get rid of some of those nerves.
Lauren Shue setting up for the Spartans on her vault, a 9.850 on her last vault in the meet against LIU and Bowling Green.
She's definitely had some solid landings so far this season as well. Hasn't had as many sticks as some of her teammates have, but we'll see what she can do here today. She'll also do that Yurchenko full, starting from that 9.95 start value. The thing about this Spartans vault lineup is that although they don't have too many 10.0 start values, they do get those landings, and they get those tenths back on those landings, even though they only start from that 9.95. That Yurchenko full, she wanted that landing so bad, had to take one small step back. Won't be that big of a deduction since her chest was up. Overall, a very solid vault there for Lauren Shue. Taking a look one more time. Again, those judges are looking for that amplitude, the block off the table, and the most obvious deduction is that landing, that little step that she had to take back there.
Hannah Drylick here on the bars went down earlier in the routine, had to hop back on there. That will be a deduction. Gearing up now as she finishes her routine.
She'll finish up with a dismount here. A little bit of leg separation in form, bent legs there. Gearing up here, a double layout dismount, almost finds that stick. One little step forward, definitely disappointed with that routine a little bit. Her team might have to pick up the pace a little bit as they head down through that lineup.
And here comes the sophomore Skyla Schulte for Michigan State. First, get another look there.
That double layout there, good form in the air, just that little step on the landing.
Sophomore Skyla Schulte getting ready for her vault, an outstanding sophomore for the Spartans.
Outstanding is right. She sticks this vault so many times. Oh, so close, a little bit of hop on the landing there. She is so powerful. It's really, really hard for her to contain all of her power and her momentum in that vault. Still very, very minimal deductions there on that landing especially. Good block, good position in the air, just a slight little shuffle of those feet. Still be a really good score there for Skyla Schulte on vault.
And here comes that gymnast we mentioned earlier before, Isabella Cece, getting ready for her bar routine.
Isabella has a very beautiful bar routine. She's very consistent on all 4 events, which is really unique to see as only a sophomore. She gets up there every time and she puts on a performance, and her team knows that she can count on them.
In her last meet out, Cece got a 9.825 on her bar routine in the team's loss against Western Michigan.
Looks like we're waiting scores a little bit since they did have that fall in the routine right before her. Sometimes it takes the judges a little bit longer to calculate the score when there is a fall.
Sage Kellerman for the Spartans getting ready for her next vault. Cece on the bars.
She had Cal hop there into a piked Jaeger. Headed back down to the low bar for a shoot over. A little bit short on that handstand, as you can see from this angle right here. Here's Kellerman. Oh, so close to getting that stick. Seems like the Spartans are struggling just a little bit to get those perfect sticks, but nonetheless, still some very good vaults. That vault right there was a 10.0 start value vault, a front handspring, a pike with a half twist. A look at Cece one more time, that double layout. A little bit of bent legs in the air, but again, that's in slow motion. The judges don't get to see it in slow motion, so we'll see what deductions they have to take off for that routine.
Sage Kellerman's vault there again shown.
Great vault there. Pretty unique. A lot of gymnasts do those Yurchenkos, whether it be a Yurchenko full or a Yurchenko 1.5. You don't see too many front entries onto the vault like Sage Kellerman there. It's super difficult.
Up next on the vault, freshman Nikki Smith, a perfect 10. The last time she faced this event, can she do it again?
I'm so excited to see this vault right here. She does a Yurchenko 1.5 twist. I saw her stick one in warm-up, so see if she can pull it off here today. Gearing up here. Keep your eyes peeled. This is a huge vault. Oh, it's so close, just a little bit too much power there. Kind of a pretty big hop, pretty big step on that landing. Definitely not the vault that she had last week, but still an overall great vault. You really can't complain about any gymnastics that Nikki Smith does. Spotted that landing, just that one step forward.
And here's Brooklyn Sears on the vault for Northern Illinois.
Catching the end of her routine here. A little bit short on that handstand, just the dismount left. A full twisting tuck dismount. Pretty big hop back on that landing. She over-rotated it, but it was a very, very beautiful dismount there. She got very high in the air, spotted her landing, just had a little bit too much oomph. A little bit of soft knees on that landing as well.
And for the Spartans, Gabby Steven finishing up on the vault now, a 9.900 for her last vault in the meet against
Gabby's been perfect here before. Spots that landing again, just a little bit of a shuffle back. She wanted that stick. Her face looks like she's a little bit disappointed, but that is a very beautiful vault. That Yurchenko full, like I mentioned, she's had 2 perfect 9.95s before. She has great amplitude off the table. It allows her a lot of time to spot that landing and stick those feet on that mat.
And here comes Alyssa Alashari, the Lansing native from Northern Illinois. A lot of fans for her here in the crowd tonight.
Super cool when the families get to come out and support, especially when you come home to your home city. Starting off here, a mount to that high bar. Blind change into a huge straddle Jaeger, regabbing that high bar. A little bit short on that handstand. Beautiful shoot over there. Just the dismount left. This point in the routine, your arms are pretty tired. Really have to use that momentum from those giants. And the double layout and a stuck finish. Moving over here to Bailey Garcia on the vault there. You count the end of that with that Yurchenko full. A great landing, a stuck landing. Look at that dismount on bars one more time, that double layout. Feet are glued to the mat there, and a huge college finish. And she gets the stick crown.
2 great sticks from both teams. Garcia there on the exhibition for the Spartans.
Here's Bailey Garcia's vault one more time, that Yurchenko full. Fighting for that landing, using those toes so those feet don't move 1 centimeter.
And just one more exhibition for vault here for the Spartans.
It's really good to see some of these underclassmen in these exhibition spots. It's great practice, especially headed into the postseason. You definitely need some backups on every single event, just in case there's an injury. You want all of your gymnasts to be prepared to be able to go out there and give a routine that your team needs.
Natalie Hamp there for NIU getting ready for her bar routine. Here goes Olivia Zomani on her exhibition vault.
Very nice vault there. I believe that's the first time we've seen her in an exhibition spot at all on vault this season. Yurchenko full. Coach Rowe has so many girls on this team that can do amazing routines. As we look at that vault one more time, that Yurchenko full. It's really uncommon to have this deep of a team, especially this far in the season. Like we mentioned before, gymnastics, there's a lot of injuries. And at this point in the season, everyone is tired, their bodies are hurting. So having the ability to put 2 people up in the exhibition spot at the last home meet of the season is outstanding.
Hamp scored an 8.775, had a little bit of struggle in her last meet on the bars. Seems to be looking pretty good so far.
Finish it up here, a blind full into a double layout, beautiful. Just that chest down on that landing, you could tell she really wanted to get that perfect stick. Sometimes when you try too hard to stick it, it ends up not working in your favor. You just gotta let your body do what you know how to do. Feel yourself in the air. That is really difficult to do out of a blind full. You aren't getting the momentum from those dry ends, so you really have to crank your legs and your back and your core to get that rotation all the way around. Spartans getting ready, putting their grips on for their next event. They will move to bars. NIU will move to the vault.
Take a look at the scores here for Michigan State. A little lower than you might normally see from the Spartans, but still very good all around.
Definitely. They had a lot more sticks last time out than they did this time. Still highlighted by that Nikki Smith 9.875 and Gabby Seaven 9.875. They continue to deliver great vaults every single meet, even if they don't stick it perfectly. Their vaults are so executed perfectly that though they just really don't have much to take off, even when they do take a step on the landing.
Isabel West there for NIU goes down during her exhibition bar routine.
There's a Tkachev right there. I saw her make one in warm-ups. Sometimes the nerves just really get to you when you're up on the apparatus and people are watching you. Shoot over there. Might have touched her feet on the ground on that kip right there. She has a straight body handstand, which is not very common. Takes a lot of upper body strength. That dismount right there, just a step forward on the landing. Those exhibition spots are super important for girls like her. Just getting up there and getting your nerves away for the next time you're up there it's really key.
Taking a look here at the Northern Illinois scores, Alyssa Alashari, what a welcome home for her, a 9.875. What a great bar routine for her.
Yeah, beautiful. She has very good form on the bars, so the judges didn't take too much off on the form, which is probably the biggest deduction on bars.
The Spartans now heading off to the bars, and the Northern Illinois Huskies will head over to the vault. We'll step aside here at Jennison Fieldhouse. You're watching gymnastics on Big Ten Plus.
Gymnasts may now begin your 4-minute touch warm-up period. The Michigan State Spartans thank our corporate partners: Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, Buick, McLaren Healthcare, Myers, Pepsi, Rocket Mortgage, and State Farm. Spartan fans, it's time for the gymnastics shuffle.
Hello and welcome back into Jenison Fieldhouse as these teams are gearing up for their second rotation. Michigan State on the uneven bars and Northern Illinois on vault.
Taking a look here at some of the point deductions that the judges are looking for when these girls are on every single event. One of the main deductions that you see with these scores are the flexed feet and bent legs. Gymnasts are expected to be perfect, so these scores and these point deductions are solely based upon the form while in the air. A lot of gymnasts do skills where they're twisting. Sometimes their legs can get crossed in the middle of those rotations. A big deduction on beam and floor is the insufficient split, which can be up to 2/10 of a deduction on those leaps. Obviously, focused on those landings on every single event, the hops on the landings, the steps on the landings, those are key. They can be up to 1/10 each. Lots of things the judges are looking for throughout every single routine and every event here with gymnastics.
Looking here at the lineups for the uneven bars for Michigan State, and I don't think you could ask for anything better. Looking Skyla Schulte, Sage Kellerman, Gabby Stephen, Jory Jackard, who got a perfect 10 just last week in the tri-meet for the Spartans. A great lineup there.
Yeah, for sure. There's so many talented gymnasts on this team.
As for the Northern Illinois vault, very good. Kira Ryan, Isabel West, Emma Breeklick, Kira O'Shea, Isabella Cece, and Emelise Nook all out for the Huskies. A very good vault lineup for Northern Illinois.
For sure, you'll see a lot of those Yurchenko fulls throughout this vault lineup. Not as many 10.0 start values as you had with the Spartans on vault, but still some overall great vaults.
Skyla Schulte getting ready for her bar routine.
Skyla did have some troubles on this event last meet. We'll see how she can come back from that fall that she had on this very release move that she starts with right here. Shapash right there, much better than last week. Into that shoot over, maybe a little bit short on that handstand. This dismount is huge. Great final handstand there for Skyla. Super powerful giants into a huge double layout and a stuck landing. That is the bars Skyla is known for doing right there. Beautiful routine from Skyla Schulte. Look at that dismount one more time. She has so much momentum coming from those giants into that double layout. She gets so much time in the air to spot that landing. Coach Rowe loves that routine.
Looking at Hannah Dreilich for Northern Illinois, getting ready for her vault last time up. She had a 9.675.
This Husky team definitely has been working on their landings to get some of those tenths back. Very unique vault right there. She does a Yurchenko with a full twist onto the vault table and then does a tuck off. Great landing there. Definitely much difficult than just the regular Yurchenko full that you see from most gymnasts.
Here on bars, Sage Kellerman for the Spartans.
Sage is relatively new to this lineup. She has a beautiful bar routine, with starting out with a Jaeger right there. Beautiful shoot over to handstand. She really exaggerated that handstand on the low bar. And another perfect handstand. Blind change into a double tuck and a stuck landing. There's those stuck landings those Spartans know how to do.
Spartans ranking 11th nationally in the uneven bars and 2 stuck landings already in tonight's meet.
Here's that blind full into that double tuck dismount. She has great form throughout her entire bar routine. She even has pointed feet when she's flipping in the air.
Here's Kira Ryan for Northern Illinois, sent out of vault last week in the team's meet against Western Michigan.
Yurchenko full there. Great block off the table. Had a little bit of form in the air. A little bit of bent legs, maybe some cross feet like I mentioned earlier. Take a look at that vault one more time. Saw a little bit of those feet in the air there, but overall a very solid vault.
Gabby Steven up for the Spartans, and Skyla Schulte's routine getting a 9.925. Sage Kellerman a 9.950. Great scores for the Spartans.
Here's Gabby Steven. Shapash release move, just like Skyla. Gabby is pretty tall for a gymnast, so working on the bars is a little bit difficult for her, but she kind of makes it look easy. There's that shoot over right there. A little bit short on that handstand, just the dismount left here for Gabby. Full twisting dismount and a stuck landing. It's just guaranteed at this point. They are sticking landing after landing.
The Spartans are making it look too easy tonight on the uneven bars.
Coach Rowe really focuses on getting that momentum in those giants for those dismounts so they have enough time to see that landing, just like Gabby did right there. Yurchenko full right there. Again, a good block up off the table, maybe a little bit of form in the air, a solid landing. Gymnastics is all about details. Look at that vault one more time here.
And Jory Jackard up for the Spartans. Perfect 10 last time she saw this event.
Yeah, like I mentioned, the Spartans have so much depth, and we always talk about Nikki Smith and Gabby Steven and Skyla Schulting having the potential to get 10.0s, and then Jory Jackard goes out and gets a 10.0 last time out. She was so surprised, which was crazy because she has an amazing bar routine. Jory's mostly only competed on the bars at her time at Michigan State.
Gabby Steven a 9.975 for her bar routine. Amazing from the Spartans, doing a great job on this rotation.
This is Jory's last time here at Jenison as a senior. Beautiful first start handstand there. She'll go into a Jaeger right here, straddle a little bit close to that high bar. Arms bent just a little bit, so the judges will have to take off for that. Shoot over handstand right there. She'll end it with a blind full into a double tuck. And the double tuck. So close to that stuck landing, had to hop forward just a little bit. Definitely not that 10.0 routine that she had last week, but still an overall outstanding routine for Jory Jackard, and she continues to keep the ball rolling for Michigan State. That dismount here one more time. Double tuck. Gymnasts can either do an E-rated dismount or they can do the blind change, the turning movement into just a double tuck. Just whatever works better for that gymnast.
And here's Brooklyn Sears on the vault for NIU.
Got your Yurchenko full there one more time. She landed perfectly in the middle of those lines. Those lines, they added those this season so that the judges could tell if the gymnasts were going straight or not on their vault. So it's a relatively new deduction that they added to the code of conduct this year.
And Isabella Cece getting ready for her vault for the Huskies. And looking back at Gabby Stevens, 9.975. Her career high on the uneven bars was a 9.875. So what an incredible performance from Gabby Stevens.
Isabella Cece's vault right there. Yurchenko full. Moving over to Nikki on the bars. Shaposh release move right there. Back down to the low bar into a pack salto. Beautiful pirouette. She's stuck a couple of these double layouts in dismount. Gearing up here with those giants. Double layout. I don't know about that one. So close to that Spartan stick. Maybe just a tiny bit of a foot shuffle. She definitely played it off like she stuck it. We'll see what the judges have to take for that one. Nikki is just so elegant on every single event. She has perfect execution. For all those little gymnasts out there, if you're looking for some videos on how to do gymnastics, just search the name Nikki Smith and you'll find exactly what you need.
Here comes Kira O'Shea for NIU.
Yurchenko full there, a little bit short on that landing. You can see she's got her feet taped just a little bit. Those short landings do not feel very good on those ankles.
Delaney Harkness on the bars now for Michigan State.
Delaney has a gorgeous bar routine here, starting out with that Ginger release move right there. Huge height, beautiful handstands. Back down to the low bar, shoot over here. Final test here for Harkness, just the dismount. Found that landing. She performs so well on the bars every single meet. Meet after meet, she has proven herself as that anchor position. A look at that dismount one more time. Full twisting tuck dismount, landed with her feet not perfectly right next to each other, but was able to slide them next to each other to salute the judges.
Spartans, an excellent job so far in this rotation. Lots of stuck landings.
Another vault here for the Huskies. Another Yurchenko full, had a little bit too much power there, landed with her legs a little bit straight, which can definitely be dangerous, but she was able to take that step and that hop back, which will be a pretty big deduction, but it's better than injuring yourself. See, her arms were a little bit bent on the table. Again, pretty big hop back on that landing.
Olivia Zaramani up on the bars on exhibition for the Spartans.
Olivia has been in the lineup a couple times this season, had some inconsistencies, so it's good to get her back up on the bars and test out those nerves in that exhibition spot. She just continued exactly what all of her teammates did by sticking that dismount. A great routine for Olivia to get that confidence back up and hopefully get in that lineup again sometime this season. All smiles all around for Olivia. It always feels so good after you've fallen or after you've had some troubles in practice to get up there in competition and do what you know how to do.
And here comes Isabel West for the Huskies, preparing for her vault, the final vault of this rotation.
With those exhibition spots, the coaches are able to kind of look to see what the judges take off from, see how well each routine scores. So it's super important for the coaches when they build their lineups looking at those exhibition spots. Yurchenko full, little bit of pike down on that vault. Again, a little bit of form issues in the air. Chest was a little bit low on the landing.
And the vault scores here for Northern Illinois, pretty solid all around for the Huskies.
For sure. Once again, highlighted by Isabel Sissies. Yurchenko full, that 9.775 there. She's just so consistent. She delivers every single meet.
And here's Tori Loomis on her exhibition for her senior night.
Tori will finish it off here, blind full, into a double tuck dismount, slight hop back on the landing. Feels so good to get up there as a senior here at Jennison Fieldhouse for your very last time. Look at that dismount one more time. Coach Rose so happy she's able to get up there as a senior here at Michigan State.
And here we see uneven bar scores for Michigan State, and you could not ask for anything better, leading off with Gabby Stephen.
Insane. These scores are absolutely outstanding. I remember talking to Coach Rowe last season, and he said that bars was their weakest event. They had struggles finding girls to put up there that were hitting consistently, and then you take a look at these scores barely even a year later, and they're all above 9.9s. Absolutely outstanding.
Great rotation there for the Spartans and for Northern Illinois. We're going to send it down to the third member of our crew, Owen Ozas, who's with MSU coach Mike Rowe. Owen, take it away.
Thank you, Marin. I'm here with the head coach, Mike Rowe. Another program record on bars. You guys crushed it, a 49.725. Your thoughts?
First of all, I'm astounded. Not that I didn't think they could do it. I knew they could do it, but they did it. It was so much fun to watch. I want to watch it again right now.
And what was the message to the seniors before tonight started?
Believe it or not, we've kind of downplayed the senior night of it because it is can be so emotional, a little bit bittersweet. So not that we're ignoring it because we have festivities and everything to celebrate and honor them at the end of the meet, but we kind of downplayed it. Just said, hey, let's just go out and give these people another show. Act 2.
Thank you, Coach, for your time. We're going to step aside. When we come back, Michigan State will be on beam. You're watching Gymnastics on Big Ten Plus.
Recognizing our Spartan senior class, Jory Jaggert, Tori Loomis, and Naya Smith.
Hello and welcome back to Jenison Fieldhouse, heading into the third rotation here, where the Spartans have once again set another new program record.
They've done it again. They're literally going to run out of records to break at this point. They set a new program bar record, scoring a 49.725. Previous record was set last meet on March 5th. Absolutely outstanding bar work. All scores over a 9.9.
Absolutely outstanding there from Michigan State. MSU on the balance beam with another solid lineup there.
Definitely. Coach Rowe is definitely solidifying his lineups just a little bit headed into this postseason, which is exactly where you want to be. You want to be putting up girls that have performed well all season and are consistent, and they know that they can perform under pressure.
Heading to floor, the Huskies seeing some new faces we haven't seen in the first two rotations. Obviously, Isabella Cece, still always the familiar face there for the Huskies.
Yeah, definitely keep an eye out for Emily Snock there at the end in the 6th spot. She has a huge full in to start her routine off.
The Spartans gearing up for their balance beam now. First up in the lineup will be Gianna Khalifi. First on floor for Northern Illinois will be Kendall George.
It's definitely difficult switching over from bars to balance beam. They're two completely different events. It's easy to get caught up in the hype and the excitement on bars, but when you go over to beam, you have to control all of those nerves and slow it down just a little bit.
Alana Anderson here on floor for Northern Illinois.
Started out with their up front double full. That's an E tumbling pass, very difficult.
And Gianna Khalifi for Michigan State starting off her routine.
Now, Coach Rowe today chose to compete at the same time as these Huskies to prepare them for Big Ten championships. Starting with that full turn right there. At a normal home meet, gymnasts would be able to pick the song that they like to dance to on the balance beam. Here's Gianna's first skill right here, a triple series. Perfectly on point right there, no wobbles, very confident on that landing. Beam is all about staying calm, so when you get to pick that song when you're up there, it calms those nerves just a little bit, but it's really important to simulate what you're going to feel like when you're at these competitions like Big Ten championships, regionals, and nationals. Gianna is very sharp with all of her dance. Here's the dismount, gainer full, and a stuck landing. What a beautiful routine to start out the Spartans on beam. The second those feet hit the mat, she was so excited. She was smiling. She knew it was a great routine, and so did her teammates. That gainer full dismount there, sliding those heels together.
And there's Alana Anderson on her floor routine.
A whip half into a front full, pretty unique right there. Getting her acro connection.
And Olivia Lind now setting up as the second in the lineup for the Huskies.
Olivia only does 2 passes. She'll start it out with a double pike. Gymnasts are able to pick if they want to do 2 passes or 3 passes, depending on the difficulty of each pass. So if your first 2 passes fulfill all of the requirements, you have a front tumbling pass, you have a back tumbling pass, and you have the difficulty you need to get that 10.0 start value, some gymnasts only do 2 passes, and that really helps with the endurance.
And there's Delaney Harkness getting ready for her beam routine for Michigan State. Harkness tying her career best in the last meet with a 9.900 for Michigan State.
Delaney is a very overall consistent gymnast. She normally competes on bars, beam, and floor. Every time she goes out there, she just knows what she does in practice, and that's what gymnastics is all about, especially in college when they have these long seasons. Awaiting a beam routine is not the most fun feeling. Sometimes the judges take longer on beam and you're just waiting there thinking about your beam routine. Beam is definitely the scariest event, so you have to find a way to channel your nerves. Delaney starting out here, starting with that full turn. All gymnasts are required to have that full turn. The most simple skill in every gymnast routine, but sometimes the scariest because you really do not want to fall in a full turn. Series there, back handspring layout, step out. Beam takes a lot of focus. It's only 4 inches wide, so you really have to center your gravity in order to stay on that balance beam. Switch leap right there, her leap connection, getting those 180-degree leaps that the judges are looking for. These Michigan State coaches do a great job simulating these type of situations. A cat leap side aerial into a 1.5 dismount, just a little bit hop on the landing. Great overall solid routine for Delaney Harkness. Here's that dismount right there. 3 skills connected in a row. A cat leap, a side aerial into that 1.5 tuck dismount.
And here's Olivia Lynn finishing up her routine for the Huskies.
That full front layout. Great form in the air and a great landing. Very, very solid routine right there. Get a look at that first pass right there, that double pike. Great position in the air, just that lunge on that finish, getting the stick crown. A great hit floor routine for the Huskies. See Coach Rowe right there. He has done an amazing job with this beam squad. Like I said, simulating these type of situations in practice is the best way to get better at channeling your nerves on the balance beam.
And here comes the freshman, Nikki Smith, for the Spartans. Smith with a 9.925 in her last meet.
Once again, I'll say it every time, keep your eyes peeled for this gymnast right here. She'll start it out with a series, a back handspring layout, step out. Gorgeous. She just makes it look so simple, so easy. She knows what she's doing, and she just gets up there every time and does it. Switch leap into a straddle quarter. Beam is a scary event, like I said, and she just looks so confident up there. You even saw a little bit of a smile after she finished that last skill. Flutter jump there, fulfilling some of those requirements. So far, so good for the freshman. Just this dismount left. She does a double back, super difficult. Pretty big step back on that landing. She has had trouble finding that landing throughout the season, but that is an extremely difficult dismount. Very hard to spot the landing. Look at that dismount one more time. A little bit over-rotated.
And here's Kira Ryan for Northern Illinois, had a 9.800 on her last time out on this event.
Kira's very powerful on the floor exercise. Gearing up here for a pass. A front layout into a front Rudy. Great landing, just that lunge, which the judges do not take off for. Very powerful, very great tumbling there for the Huskies. A look at that first pass right there. That is a front double full. That is an E tumbling pass, the hardest tumbling pass that you can do in college gymnastics.
And here comes Skyla Schulte, the all-around gymnast, gearing up for her beam routine.
We mentioned that Skyla had a fall on bars last time out, but she got back up on the balance beam the next event and showed what she was capable of and showed that she was capable of coming back from that mistake. A switch leap into a switch side, connected into that flutter jump, beautiful leaps. Very flexible. Gymnastics is all about finding what suits you best, what you can do best, and Skyla is just absolutely fantastic at showing off that flexibility. Series right there, she looked a little bit off, but she played it off and just added a couple dance moves out of that series. Dismount here, gainer full, stuck dismount. It's like all she knows how to do is stick dismounts.
Skyla Schulte, already a great day on her third rotation with a lot of stick dismounts.
Here's that dismount right here, a switch leap into a gainer full, finding that landing, throwing the head back, and celebrating with her team.
And here's Jacqueline Dolitsky for Northern Illinois with a great floor routine so far.
Beautiful leaps right there, very flexible, just like Skyla. College gymnastics is super fun because you get to pick your music and you get to pick your choreography that suits you best, and your team learns it, and you feel like they're out with you on the floor when you're competing. A front full into a front layout, a little bit of leg separation in the air. Great landing though. The judges love to see eye contact as you see her giving one of the judges a little bit of a stare down in one of those poses. Here's that first pass there, a double tuck, finding that landing well.
And here comes Gabby Stevens, just got a career best on the bars.
Fun mount right there to start for Gabby Steven. Steven is another one of those gymnasts that's super consistent. Front aerial to 2 feet, stuck perfectly. Gabby is one of the only gymnasts in the NCAA to do that skill. Dancing throughout the beam routine helps calms the nerve a little bit in between those skills. Series here. Beautiful. She did fall on that series last time out. A little bit of a mishap. Her foot just slipped off the beam, but that was absolutely stunning right there. Flutter jump into a straddle half. Gabby just has the dismount left. Definitely a lot better than last week so far. See how she can finish it off. Round off double full, stuck dismount. That is definitely the Gabby that most of us are used to seeing. She definitely will be happy with that routine.
And what a day for Gabby Steven, already having such a great bar routine going in for this awesome beam routine with the stuck landing.
See a little bit of those feet crossed in the air, but again, the judges don't get to see it in slow motion, so hopefully they didn't catch that.
And here comes the all-around gymnast, Isabella Cece.
Isabella has very fun floor music. Isabella comes from a very prestigious gym, Twin City Twisters in Minnesota. They do a great job with their floor choreography and making sure the gymnasts know how to put on a show when they get out there on the floor. On the floor exercise, kind of similar to the balance beam. The dance in between the tumbling is used to gather yourself and catch your breath. Gearing up for the last pass here. A round off double tuck. She does that without a back handspring, which is really impressive. A little bit less power going into that rotation. Very nice routine there for Isabella Cece.
Bailey Garcia now on the beam for Michigan State.
Continuing with those consistent gymnasts. Series right there, a little bit of a bobble. Able to recover and cover it up. Front aerial right here, connected into that split jump, getting that salto requirement and that connection, that bonus. Beam and floor are all about having those connections and getting those bonus points to get that start value up to that 10.0. Just the dismount, back handspring into a gainer full, stuck dismount. Not the routine that we're used to seeing from Bailey. She looks a little bit disappointed, but again, these girls are used to perfection, so even when they go up there and do average, it's still really, really good. Look at that dismount one more time.
Emily Snook up for Northern Illinois, an outstanding performer on the floor.
Yes, like I said, she'll start off with that full in tumbling pass, an E tumbling pass. Love to see the gymnasts with the facial expressions on floor exercise. Just shows that they're really having fun and they're really into this floor routine. Here's that full in. Great landing. She looks shocked, but I know she hits that routine a lot. Sometimes it's pretty difficult to perform on the floor at your home, at your away meets, since the crowd isn't as into your floor routines as they are the home teams. She looks like she's still having fun though. She'll finish it off here with a front layout, front Rudy. Only doing 2 passes. Beautiful. Such a fun floor routine. Huskies will definitely like that score. That was gorgeous. Here's a look at that full twisting double back once again, finding that landing.
Get a look here at the scores on beam. Gabby Stephen leading off with a 9.900. Nia Smith just went up for Michigan State, went down on her dismount there on the beam.
Only an exhibition spot there for Nia. It's cool to see her up on the balance beam in her final meet here at Jennison Fieldhouse. But some good scores overall for Michigan State. Definitely not the beam rotation that they had last week, but still amazing. They got over that 49 mark, which is super important in contribution to that team score.
And Grace Humphreys getting ready on her exhibition spot for Northern Illinois.
See her mouth, I can do this, before she goes. Super important to have the right mindset when getting up on every single apparatus for gymnastics. Double tuck there, not too much amplitude, but she was able to pull those legs around and find that landing. Some gymnasts have a little bit slower music than their teammates. Just, again, depends on their personality and depends on what works best for them. Beautiful leaps right there. A front full into a front layout. Gorgeous form in the air. Beautiful landing. Again, you see that ankle taped up. The landings on floor and vault are super hard on your ankles and your knees and your hips. In gymnastics, it's really important to rehab. Back 1.5 twists into a front layout. Great landing. Outstanding routine there for the Huskies, and only the exhibition spot. Celebrating with her team there.
Looking at the Northern Illinois scores, and Emelise Nook getting a 9.900. As we said, look out for her. An amazing floor routine.
For sure. When you do those difficult floor passes, the judges reward you with high scores. They know those are difficult, and they know that takes a lot of practice. So when you perform those skills, you're rewarded for it.
Looking at Tori Loomis on her dismount there with a stick on her exhibition spot as a senior.
Throw in the roses. Last time out there for Tori Loomis. Gymnastics is a sport that you almost have to be doing your entire life. It takes a lot of dedication. So for a lot of these girls that are seniors, it's really emotional doing their last event, their last routine. It's been their entire life for so long.
And Jenna Blair, the last exhibition spot for Northern Illinois, getting ready for her floor routine. She gets ready to start her routine here for the Huskies.
You see her taped up as well. She also wears tiger paws on her wrists. That takes a little bit of the pressures off of your wrists when you have your hands on the ground and your entire body weight is supported by those wrists. A back 2.5 twist. Great landing. Some gymnasts are better at twisting than they are flipping. You'll see that on the floor exercise. Some will only do twisting skills. Some will only do flipping skills. It's really whatever each gymnast is best at. Second pass here. Back 1.5 twist into a front pike, a little bit under rotated. It looked like she missed the punch in between those two skills just a little bit. had to take that step back. Floor routines are all about endurance. This last pass is so difficult. Your legs pretty much feel like jello at this point. You just gotta take a deep breath. A double pike, great landing. Might have stepped out of bounds, hard to tell. Overall, very solid. Looks like she's happy with that performance. There's that last pass one more time, a double pike. Gymnasts get bonus when they end with a hard skill like that double pike.
And here's Jory Jackard from MSU on her exhibition, the senior, also her last time on an event for Michigan State.
Little bit of a bobble there on that full turn. Haven't seen Jory in the beam lineup too much this season. Bars is her thing. She's been strong for the Spartans on that event. And the roses once again. Hugs from her family. Like I said, gymnastics is a very demanding sport, lots of practice. You have to give up a lot of things, especially in high school when you are a gymnast, to travel to different cities to compete. I'm sure her parents were right there alongside her through that journey.
And now the Spartans and the Huskies will head into the final rotation of the meet. We'll step aside. You're watching gymnastics on Big Ten Plus.
Gymnasts, you may now begin your 4-minute touch warm-up period. Remember to visit the Perfect 10.0 Club booth, where you can find this year's official Spartan Gymnastics merchandise. You've got 4 minutes to do so, and then after the meet. Fans, it's time for the lucky row of the meet. Make some noise and look around and find out where the lucky winners are. Congratulations to tonight's lucky row of the meet. They are each receiving a Spartan helmet courtesy of MSU FCU, proud sponsors of MSU Athletics.
Hello and welcome back to Jennison Fieldhouse for the final rotation of tonight's meet. Michigan State heading to the floor in Northern Illinois will head to the beam.
Only one rotation left, but still some exciting gymnastics.
Looking at the lineups for Michigan State on the floor, starting off with Nia Smith going to Gianna Khalifi, Delaney Harkness, Gabby Steven, Nikki Smith, and finishing it off with Skyla Schulte.
Yeah, very talented gymnasts all throughout this lineup here. Starting off with Nia Smith, put in that position just to start the floor off well for the Spartans, and then Skyla Schulte finishing it off there in that anchor position. That anchor position is really important to put gymnasts up there that are consistent, that can continue the momentum all the way throughout the meet, and Skyla Schulte just does that.
Looking at the Northern Illinois lineup for balance beam, starting off with Kendall George, Olivia Lind, Isabella Cece, Brooklyn Sears, Ellery Werner, a new face, and then finishing off with the Lansing native, Alyssa Alishari.
Lots of strong gymnasts on this beam squad for the Huskies.
The Spartans getting their flowers ready for the two seniors competing in this floor event. One gymnast, Nia Smith, Jory Jackard, and Tori Loomis finished out with their last events on the balance beam.
This floor squad is so fun to watch. They're all great performers, great dancers. Getting some words of encouragement from Coach before she goes out there for her final routine here at Jennison Fieldhouse. Lots of emotions running through her head right now. Fortunately for Nia, she'll still have a couple more chances to go out there and do gymnastics in the postseason. But last time here in East Lansing. Both of the Smith sisters are absolutely fantastic dancers. She'll crown herself here right before her first pass. A front through into a double tuck. Little bit under rotated, had to take that step forward. Still very solid landing. All of Michigan State's choreography is so well done. All of the dance moves fit perfectly to the beats of the music. Leaps right there. All smiles all around for her team as Nia heads into her second pass right here. A back 1.5 into a front layout. Floor is all about showing your personality, and Nia does a great job throughout this dance and this choreography, showing how she's just a fun person and she's more than just a gymnast. Last pass here for Nia Smith. Double pike, again a little bit under rotated, still an outstanding routine here for her last routine at Jennison Fieldhouse. There is Nia Smith. You see her hugging her parents, so supportive of the Smith sisters. Here's this first pass right here, a front through into a double back, finding that landing. And that last pass, that double pike. Again, taking that step forward.
Hugs all around from the Spartans for Nia Smith, finishing off her last floor routine at Jennison Fieldhouse. Kendall George just finished up her routine on the balance beam. Olivia Lind on deck for the Huskies.
One of the most challenging situations to be in is being on the balance beam while a home team is going on floor. There's so much energy. The crowd really gets into it. It gets really loud with the music.
And here comes Gianna Khalifi setting up for her floor routine.
Like I mentioned previously, some gymnasts are just better at certain things on the floor exercise. Gianna is amazing at front tumbling, so you'll see a lot of that throughout her routine. She'll start out here with her first pass, a front double full, one of those tumbling passes. Beautiful landing. Gianna really works it on the floor. Great dancer as well. Leaps here, switch leap into a wolf full. Gianna is one of those gymnasts that only does 2 passes. This last pass is super key for her. She does a front 1.5 twist or a Rudy into a back layout step out. Beautiful, just stays in bounds. That layout step out is super important to Gianna's score. That's what gives her that bonus. Beautiful from Gianna Khalifi. She loves it. High fives all around for those Spartans. Here's a look at that first pass once again, that front double full. And the last pass, a Rudy into a back layout step out, staying in bounds.
And looking in at scores, Nia Smith came in on her floor routine, a 9.825. Heading over to beam now, Olivia Lind, after a little bit of scoring dispute from the judges, setting up for her beam routine. And up next for Michigan State on the floor will be Delaney Harkness. Harkness with a 9.950 in the tri-meet against LIU and Bowling Green.
Yeah, she just continues to get better and better on the floor exercise. These Michigan State Spartans are chasing perfection, and Delaney's gotten close to that a couple of times. Delaney, another one of those beautiful performers, really just grabs the crowd. Starting out here with a full twisting double tuck, so consistent. That skill looks the exact same every single time she does it, and that's exactly how you want it to be. Get a little wink to the judges right there. Love that dance move right there. One of Delaney's signature dance moves right there. Beautiful leap connection. Switch full into a wolf full. Slowing it down here, gearing up for that second pass. She'll do a front through into a double tuck. Great landing. Like I said, she just keeps getting better and better every single meet. Those were outstanding landings for Delaney Harkness.
Another fantastic floor routine from Harkness. See it once and you will see it every time again from her.
Such a consistent gymnast. That's what college gymnastics is all about. Being able to go out there every single time and doing it for your team. Delaney just does that every single time. One thing about this Spartan team that everyone seems to love is they just look like they're having so much fun, and that's what sports and gymnastics is all about. And Coach Rowe has just done a fantastic job with these gymnasts and teaching them that the sport is about having fun. And while it is serious and it is a competition, the sport wouldn't be the same if you didn't love what you were doing.
And up next for Michigan State, Gabby Steven has had an amazing night so far. Will be looking to finish out strong on the floor.
Gabby's another one of those gymnasts that's really good at front tumbling.
Delaney Harkness after a routine, a 9.950. Same score as her last time out on the floor. Such a consistent gymnast.
Gabby is so powerful. The floor exercise is really not that bouncy. It's not like a trampoline. But Gabby just has so much lower body strength that she makes it look like a trampoline. Starting out here, front through into a double pike. Great landing, eyeing the camera after that one. Now Gabby does an E-tumbling pass as her second tumbling pass. You do not see that very often. E-tumbling passes are the hardest that you can do in college gymnastics. So usually you want all of your strength and all of your endurance to be at its highest level at the beginning of the routine, but since Gabby has so much power, she's able to do it second and get that bonus. Here it is right here, front double full. Beautiful. There's that smile there, just having so much fun. Something Coach Mike Rose stresses. So solid there for the sophomore, Gabby Steven.
Gabby Steven with quite a night for MSU. Take another look here at her routine.
Here's that first pass here, that front through into a double pike, spotting that landing with the chest up, and that head flick at the end. Absolutely outstanding, Gabby Steven.
Michigan State continuing to dominate here on the floor tonight. Heading over to Brooklyn Sears on the balance beam. As Isabella Cece right before her puts up a 9.650.
Pretty fun interaction on social media over the past week after Michigan State shattered their team record. Gabby Stevens' dad told her that if Michigan State beat that 198 point, he would try a backflip. And he did just that. Lots of cheers after Gabby Stevens' score was posted.
Gabby Stevens with another 9.975 her score on the bar and on the floor. What a night for the sophomore and for Michigan State is Nikki Smith, the freshman, up next for Michigan State on an already dominant rotation.
Huge scores. If you aren't watching your TV right now, you should be, because this is the routine to watch right here. This routine has been on 10.0 watch the second she stepped out on the floor as a freshman, her first meet. A full in, a little bit under rotated. Huge tumbling from the freshman. Being put in this 5th position on the floor exercise as a freshman is very uncommon. It's very unique. But she has proven time after time again that she will put up big scores for this team. Back 1.5 twist into a front layout. I love this part of her routine. She really breaks it down and lets her personality show a little bit. Just the final pass for Nikki Smith here. She'll end it with a double tuck. Beautiful landing there, very controlled. And she does it again. It's just routine at this point. Every single meet, she shows up, she does what she knows how to do, and she gets great scores. Here's that second pass right there, a back 1.5 twist into a front layout. Getting that salto connection right there. And the final pass, a double tuck, spotting that landing with the chest up, the eyes up.
And what an amazing rotation for Michigan State. Gabby Stevens with a 9.975, and the rest of the Spartans all putting up big, big scores. Delaney Harkness a 9.950. So we head over to Ellery Werner on the beam for Northern Illinois.
Ellery's super flexible. She highlights that throughout this routine. Front aerial. A little bit off, a little bit hesitant on that landing. Series right there. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to come up with dance moves on the balance beam since you aren't dancing to music. Dismount right there, back handspring into a gainer full and a stuck dismount. Beautiful routine there for the Huskies.
Very nice routine there, Huskies. having a little bit of hard time on those dismounts. So a great stuck landing there from Werner, as here Skyla Schulte, the anchor for a reason for the Spartans. Such a powerful routine from the sophomore.
Watch this pass right here, a full in, throwing the head back as she should. Absolutely humongous tumbling for Skyla Schulte. Schulte's parents both went to Michigan State too. She has bled green her entire life. It's hard not to smile when you watch Skyla Schulte on floor. She is having so much fun out there.
And even in practice, Schulte is doing a great job. Looking at her routine, seemed flawless in practice.
Second and final pass here for Skyla, a front through into a double tuck. So much power, taking that lunge back. We'll see if the judges take anything off for that. Once again, Skyla Schulte delivers, and a wink to the judges. Outstanding floor rotation for the Spartans. They just keep getting better and better, if that's even possible.
The Spartans seem to keep breaking any records they can, one after the other.
Full in right there. Seeing that landing. She is so high up in the air throughout that 2 full rotations and a full twist in the air. She is still able to spot that landing.
And here, Alyssa Alashari on the beam, but some noise from the Michigan State side as Skyla Schulte's score comes in.
Looks like she got 110 from one judge. By the looks of it, I think the other judge may have ruined her perfection hopes, but still a 9.975.
Outstanding from Skyla Schulte and the Spartans on that floor rotation. Absolute perfection from Michigan State, as good as it can get, as El Buffet sets up for her exhibition run on the floor.
Just a reminder to all the fans out there, there are 2 judges in college gymnastics during the regular season. Each judge gives a score to each routine, and they take the average of those 2 scores. We've seen Ellie a couple times in the lineup so far. Just the exhibition spot tonight, just to keep her warm and keep her ready for the postseason. Front full there, gorgeous. Switch ring. Her leap connection there. Floor is probably the most different event when coming from high school, since it's all about performing and entertaining the crowd, versus in high school it's a little bit more about yourself and you don't get to show your personality as much. Ellie there with that back 1.5 twist into a front layout. She'll do one more pass. Michigan State coaches have done a phenomenal job transitioning these freshmen into college gymnastics. Here's her last pass here. She'll end with a Rudy and a beautiful landing. Just that lunge back. That was an outstanding routine, and that was the exhibition spot. Like I said, Coach Rowe has so many gymnasts that he can go put up on every single event, and they can score into the 9.9s and nearly perfect.
That's always an amazing thing to have from your team, especially so late in the season. The Spartans finish up their night.
This team is ready for the postseason. They are peaking at the right time. They have used all of these meets throughout the season as great practice.
And here comes Michigan State floor scores, and Gabby Steven and Skyla Schulte, the sophomores, with the 9.975. Absolutely incredible.
Absolutely outstanding. 5 scores, all above a 9.875. That is absolutely outstanding. Those are scores you want to see headed into the postseason.
Absolutely, that floor rotation, wonderful for the Spartans. Had another fantastic night in their last night in Jennison Fieldhouse before heading in to the postseason, where they will go on to the Big Ten championships just next week.
This is a great meet to end the regular season on. Getting a look at the Smith sisters family over there. They are huge supporters. You see their Nana over there. We're going to toss it down to our other member of the team in a couple moments. He will be with Naya and Nikki Smith.
Aaron, as I'm standing alongside the 2 star-studded sisters and Nikki and Naya Smith. Naya, I want to start with you. Take me through the emotions. What's going through your mind as you just completed senior night?
I've had a lot of happy emotions, kind of mixed emotions, I would say. Being here one last time with my Spartan family, just going through what I know best and just going out there and having fun, but also remembering everything that I've practiced in the gym and that I'm here with my Spartan family. So it was amazing just to be in Jennison one last time, having my family out here with me and also my other Spartan family as well. So it was amazing and a lot of mixed emotions. Not ready to go, but also happy to have done it here.
Nikki, what was it like to spend this entire season with your sister and then be able to stand there next to your parents and watch your sister compete one more time?
It is amazing competing with her, and she helps with everything with my nerves. So I love competing with her, and I just like being back on the same team with her.
Naya, when it's all said and done, obviously your season's not done yet, but what do you want your legacy to be here at Michigan State?
I want to be remembered as a fighter and just motivational. Come in here and just motivate all these girls to do what they have been practicing and just go out there and have fun. And life is what you make it, so we're here to do the best we can and also have fun.
Nikki, you guys continue to keep on breaking records. Once again, you broke the record on bars. How does this team keep on getting better and better?
We train like beasts, and there's more to come.
Thank you for your time and good luck the rest of the season. Back up to you, Marin.
Thank you so much, Owen. We are going to step aside and be back for awards in just a few moments. You are listening to Gymnastics on Big Ten Plus. Hello and welcome back to Jennison Fieldhouse, where it is time for awards and recognition for senior athletes. We're going to throw it to the PA announcer.
Natalie Ham. Kira Ryan. And Brooklyn Sears. Fans, please give a big Spartan round of applause for the Northern Illinois Seniors. All right, we're ready for our award ceremony. Our vault champions this evening in third place with a 9.825 from Michigan State University, Sage Kellerman. A two-way tie for first place on the vault with a 9.875 from Michigan State University, Gabby Stevens. Also with a 9.875 from Michigan State University, Nikki Smith. Congratulations to our vault champions this evening. Ladies, please salute. Our bar champions this evening, a two-way tie for second place with a 9.950 from Michigan State University, Sage Kellerman. Also with a 9.950 from Michigan State University, Delaney Harkness. Our bar champion this evening with a 9.975 from Michigan State University, Gabby Stevens. Congratulations, ladies. Please salute. Our beam champions this evening, a two-way tie for second place with a 9.875 from Northern Illinois, Alicia Al-Shari. Also in second place with a 9.875 from Michigan State University, Gianna Khalifi. Our beam champion this evening with a score of 9.9 from Michigan State University, Gabby Stevens. Congratulations, ladies. Please salute. On the floor exercise, in third place with a 9.950 from Michigan State University, Delaney Harkness. A two-way tie for first place on the floor with a 9.975 from Michigan State University, Gabby Stevens. Also with a 9.975 in first place for Michigan State University, Skyla Shelty. Congratulations, ladies. Please salute. In the all-around competition, in third place with a 39.5 from Michigan State University, Nikki Smith. In second place with a 39.9 39.525. From Michigan State University, Skyla Shelty. Our all-around champion this evening with a 39.725. From Michigan State University, Gabby Stevens. Congratulations, ladies. Please salute. In second place tonight with a 195.125, Northern Illinois University. And the winner of tonight's meet with a 197.8, Michigan State University. Congratulations to all of tonight's participants.
And the Michigan State Spartans take home the victory on senior night, a 197.8, with the Northern Illinois Huskies falling behind just by a few points with a 195.125.
Outstanding meet for the Spartans. They captured the second highest overall team score in Spartan history with that 197.8. Great all-around meet for the three all-arounders for Michigan State, all within 0.2 of each other. Gabby Stevens with a 39.725, only 0.05 off from that record that Nikki Smith set at the last meet. Just some overall outstanding, fantastic gymnastics.
Thank you so much, everyone, for watching tonight. Again, I am Maren Clyde, alongside me, Abby Larson. Thank you for watching.